Happy Friday, gang! Coach Lauren here from Choice City CrossFit, and it is April 10th. Let's get started. For the warm-up, we've got 2 rounds. You're going to do 30 seconds of each move. The first one's going to be double unders or high knees, depending if you have a rope available to you or not. The next one is a handstand hold, then hurdle step overs, and then finally you'll do single arm press, and it'll be 30 seconds on each side. And it can be a push press. So for those high knees, if you're not able to do jump roping or double unders, I just want you to get those knees up a little high. It doesn't have to be crazy, just kind of right here to get the blood pumping. For the handstand hold, just kick up against a wall and hold here. Make sure you're trying to push up with your shoulders, push up with your toes, hold nice and tight for about 30 seconds. And if for some reason you cannot do that, you can also take a weight plate or a dumbbell and hold that and overhead for the 30 seconds. But just make sure you keep your ribs down so that way you're not floating your back. Okay, and then the next one is a hurdle step over. So you're going to have your box or your chair or whatever it is. And if you can put your hands down on it, that's good. But I can't with this one very easily, so I'm just going to go up and over, like so. Finally, you've got the single arm press or push press. So just here, bounce, press, and then on the next 30 seconds, you'll go to the other side, bounce, press. I would recommend using a lighter weight just because it is the warm-up, so you can't win, just keep it light. Let's mobilize. So we're going to start out with a wide stance inchworm. So we're going to go as wide as almost you possibly can. Toes can point outward. And then we're going to walk out into an inchworm. So I want you to put those hands down in between your feet. Walk out. Give me a little push up at the bottom. And then as you walk back, try to walk those hands back, maybe even behind you if possible. Get a good stretch. And then go in for a couple more. We'll probably do this maybe 10 times. Starting in that same wide position we were in, we're going to reach down into a sprinter's lunge. So I want that leg to be back nice and far. I'm thinking about pushing my hips into the floor. And then we're going to go for a reach up to the sky and then rotate down. So the arm that's closest to that leg should be down. So if I'm going for the other side, it's going to be here. Lunge into that long position, push those hips into the floor, and then I'm going to go down and reach. For today's workout, we have a 20-minute AMRAP. It starts with 15 box jumps, which can be scaled to 20 step-ups. Then you've got 10 ground to overhead. So whether you have a dumbbell, a weight plate, or a barbell, you can always do that ground to overhead. It's a very versatile move. Then we've got 5 handstand push-ups with the scaling option hopefully being L-sit, pike, handstand push-ups. But in this workout, every 5 minutes, including the start of the first 5 minutes of the workout, and every 5 minutes from there on out, it is 20 pull-ups. So if you have a pull-up bar, you can do kipping, you can do strict. If you don't, we're going to go over all the other scaling options available to you. For those box jumps, a couple of standard things. You can use a chair, cooler, bench, whatever. You're kind of used to this now. Then you're going to jump up, make sure you stand up all the way, and then step down. For the ground to overhead, you can use a dumbbell by doing a couple of different things. I prefer dumbbell snatches, so those go by pretty quick. But you can totally do clean and jerks if you like those better. You can even switch between the two if you like 1 round clean and jerks, 1 round snatches. It's completely up to you. It's just getting it from ground to overhead. Let's say I have a plate, ground to overhead. Okay? And if you've got a barbell, obviously you can do the same things that I was doing with the dumbbell. You can snatch it, you can clean and jerk it. It's up to you. Okay, so you've got a couple options for pull-ups. Obviously, if you have a pull-up bar in your house, go use that. It's good to get those pull-ups in. And if you need to use a band or something like that, that's great too. Then, a couple more options would be, you can do bent over row. So right here, getting those bent over rows, you can do them as renegade rows. So in a plank position, rowing that way. You can also do under the table pull-ups. So this is a good option for people that have a sturdy enough table that this will work. So I would just put my legs underneath the table. And I have a wood table, so it's fine. And then do your pull-ups that way. Another creative pull-up option can be using a towel. So you can create kind of a knot in your towel like this. Okay. And then I can put it up in my door like so. Make sure if you have a deadbolt it, and then make sure it's good and tight before you use it. And you can kind of do ring row type things from here. Like that. Now, if you have a band, you can easily do that with a band as well, or attach the band to something high, so that way you can do banded face pulls. Also a great option. Good luck with the workout, and I hope you have a really good Friday. If you are looking for something to do this weekend, we've got 10 o'clock partner WOD, which is always challenging, on Saturday morning. Then we have happy hour at 5 o'clock Saturday night, and then 10 a.m. yoga with Danelle on Sunday. So hopefully we see you there.